Well, good morning. It's been a long time, 5 weeks to be exact. Well, 4 weeks probably. But today it's Monday, August 8th. It's time for our weekly meeting highlights. If you're new to my channel, I start off by letting you know how I did. I have not been on a scale for 5 weeks because I've been on vacation. I did bring a scale with me, so let's see if I made a smart decision not bringing my scale. Let's see how I did for the last 5 weeks. Not well. My shirt says it all. My shirt says it all. I gained 5.6 pounds. I weighed this morning at 245.4. I'm in the 40s. I was disgusted when I got in the 30s. I'm even more disgusted and disappointed in myself now that I'm in the 40s. So that puts my total loss at 58.8. I can and will do better. I know that. But this week's topic is gamify your grocery list. At WW, in case of emergency, foods are a thing. Here's what we mean. Take a minute and name the foods you lean on. Maybe it's Greek yogurt, maybe it's chicken, maybe it's berries, maybe it's apples. Consider those your baseline. Now think about why you reach for them and do some trivial style food association. In 5 simple steps, you'll find even more foods to add to your food list. Maybe you like apples for their crunchiness and peanut butter scooping skills. Congratulations. You've just added celery. Now we can put peanut butter on celery. I particularly don't. I just like plain celery, but I know people just do. But discover how your go-to foods can help you to stay on track in this week's technique. So let's learn a little bit more. Let's see what they have to say. How to find even more go-to foods. How's that sound? Picture the foods you're always reaching for. Like they said, a crisp apple, juicy roast chicken, crunchy popcorn. Is your mouth watering yet? Time to mentally dig in so you can add even more to your dietary toolbox. So try this. Number 1 is to brainstorm. What foods do you rely on to stay on track? I rely on fruits and to some point vegetables. I really do. But what you want to do is write them down. Put new to you foods from the past weeks, month, or years. A new to me food that I haven't really been eating a lot of in the past, which I seem to be eating a lot more of lately, is avocados. I love guacamole. I love when you get a turkey bacon avocado sandwich. And I thought, you know what, I could start incorporating that into my menu. And I have. Now, a lot of people get distracted from being on an avocado because it's so high in fat. But it's a healthy fat, and your body needs, I know nobody likes to say it, but your body does need fats of some sort. And you want to eat a healthy fat. So avocado fat is way more healthy than a potato chip fat. I know we all would rather have the potato chip fat, but we're thinking of our bodies and the health aspect of it, and so we want to go with the avocado. Think of foods that you promoted from a minor player to a starring role. Like I said, I do like vegetables, but a lot lately I've been using them more in like scrambled eggs, having a little bit more stir fries so you can use more of the vegetables that way. And then the other is an old go-to reimagined with a healthier spin. And to use like heavy rotations recipes. I eat a lot of chicken. When I go out to eat, I always order chicken. I just love chicken. I never get tired of chicken. I really don't. If it wasn't such a pain to cook a whole turkey, I think I'd have turkey a lot more too. Now I know I can buy like a turkey breast and that. Jim is my husband, does not like white meat turkey. So that doesn't play into effect with me. Now I know I could make a turkey and make like little frozen dinners, which I have done in the past. That's my washing machine. Let me know we're done. But I really don't. So I use chicken. Jim likes chicken drumsticks or chicken thighs, which are actually, the thighs are healthier than a chicken breast, but I'm going to stick with my chicken breast. Number 2 is get into the why. Circle your top 3 to 5 foods, then ask yourself, why did they make the cut? How did they make you feel? And what do you love about them? Go beyond the taste, the convenience. Think of the value of the nutrition and just how they work on your personal points plan. I eat a lot of fruits rather. I eat a lot of berries, which I know are high in sugar, but they have so many healthy antioxidants. And so I kind of like think, well, I got the healthy antioxidants. I might as well enjoy my berries. I love grapefruit. I'm very fortunate that it doesn't interact with any of my medications. I do love orange juice. I have found that the Simply Light I really enjoy, which is half the calories. So I can still get my orange juice. And the problem is with me is I love food, which is like true of so many people. And I can eat healthy foods, but I can also go overboard on my healthy foods. I can eat too much, and whoever heard of such a thing? I can eat too many berries. I can eat too many bananas. I can eat too much oatmeal. So my problem is not so much, well, it has been the last 5 weeks when I've been on vacation, but in general, my problem is not so much of making healthy food choices. My problem is in portion sizes. I've always heard that when you got older, that your food intake slows down, that you're not as hungry. That has not happened to me, and I'm going to be 72 next month. I still enjoy mass quantities of food, like the Conehead said, because you can overdo even a good thing. You really can overdo a good thing. So I need to cut back on my portion sizes. I don't really need to stay on now. I've been on vacation, obviously gaining 5.6 pounds. I made a lot of poor choices, but I just have to concentrate on making smarter choices as far as my healthier foods. And number 3 is think about how you're going to work these foods into your routine. Are you intentional about it, or do you just do it on autopilot? Go deeper into seeing how it happens. I am pretty much on autopilot. I just wake up in the morning and I'm thinking it's breakfast. I'm going to have some berries. I'm going to have a hard-boiled egg. And then what kind of starch am I going to have with it? I'm going to have some kind of a bagel or some toast or some bacon or something like that. I need to start thinking, well, you know what? You're going to have your berries today. What kind of vegetable are you going to add to that mix? As much as I love vegetables, I just don't get enough vegetables into my diet. And I really need to work on getting more vegetables into my diet. And I know I can do it because I really haven't found a vegetable I don't like. As far as a new food that I've tried that I really enjoy is only because I bought a salad mix package, a package of salad mix when I was on vacation. And somehow in the salad mixture, a couple pea pods got mixed up into it. I don't know how. There was 2 pea pods in the whole package. So I don't know how, like they go down an assembly line and it probably just hung up or something on it. So I really think that it changed my perspective. Now, I don't like peas. I just don't like peas. I really don't like peas. Although I love pea soup. Go figure. I do love pea soup, but I don't like just a plain pea. And so then when I was eating the pea pod, I'm thinking, what is this? And then I looked at it and my sister said, that's a pea pod. And I thought, I really like pea pods. So I started munching on little pea pods. So who knew? Who knew? I learned something new. And then number 4 is plan or when or where. Identify when, where, or how you're going to keep leaning on your favorites. I can start leaning on my favorites more as a snacking mode. I snack a little bit too much on like crackers and nuts. I mean, nuts are healthy, but they're very high in points and they're very, very high in fat. Now, it's a healthy fat, like I said earlier, but I tend to, a quarter cup is 6 points for me. I get 16 points in a day. So 6 points for a quarter cup of nuts. And if I'm honest with myself, it's a heaping cup. So it's really probably 7 points, if not 8, because it's like overflowing. I should weigh them out in grams or ounces, and that would give me a better aspect of it. But then maybe subconsciously I really don't want to know. But I have to plan on that too. And number 5 is honor the who. Give yourself props for the healthier items that you into your diet. Put those insights into action. Consider other foods with similar quantities to bulk up your list. Celebrate with a special meal or snack featuring a current go-to and a potential new one. Like I said, I could incorporate having my berries with my pea pods. That's a new thing. It's a vegetable, and it's a crunchy vegetable. And I think that when you eat a crunchy vegetable, it for at least for me, kind of reminds me of snacking a little bit more. If I eat like a grape or a tomato or a cucumber, they're kind of like soft, or like a green onion. But if I eat like a celery, a piece of celery or a pea pod, it's a little bit of chewing involved, and it kind of gets my mind thinking, okay, you're eating something healthy here. But they want to dive a little deeper. No matter where you are or what you're working toward, we all have to think about food. Unfortunately, if you're an alcoholic, you don't drink alcohol. If you have too much, if you can't have sugar because you're diabetic, you just avoid sugar. But you can't avoid food. You need food to sustain your life. But what you have to do is have foods that sustain your life and prolong your life, not foods that are going to slow your life. Because it's just, if you really think about it, if you look at a playground nowadays, if you looked at a playground back in the 50s when I was growing up, you very rarely saw an overweight child. And really, when you saw an overweight child back in the 50s, it was either a poor child that had to eat really starchy foods because it was way cheaper for them to eat, or it was like a metabolism, and it truly was a metabolism problem for them. But if you look at a playground now, it's just a lot of overweight children that are just used to sitting in the house playing on their iPads or Snapchat or FaceTime. I don't even know if they do FaceTime anymore. TikTok, all of that stuff, and just not getting out and not eating healthy because it's so much easier for the parents. And I'm not blaming the parents, I'm really not. I'm blaming the food manufacturers, because the food manufacturers put out all these little snack things for the kids, because it's just easier to, when you're packing their lunch, to get the little Lunchables with the little things in the Lunchables. It's just easier to grab in the refrigerator when you have a busy life, to grab that. When I went to school and brought a lunch, we always had some vegetable, like carrots and celery. We always had some fruit, and we had a sandwich in our lunch. And then we bought milk. We didn't bring like these little sugary drinks. We didn't bring like cans of pop and things like that. Having a can of pop when I was growing up was a treat. And it wasn't even, we didn't have cans of pop when I was growing up. We had a lot of bottles of pop. But they were like little bottles. A serving size back then, if you bought a Coca-Cola in a bottle, was like 8 ounces. Now they're like 20 ounces. If you only can get a 12, you can get a 12 ounce, I think, if you get a bottle like the smaller bottles and stuff. But it's just harder now for parents to raise a healthy child, and it just really truly is. And I blame the food manufacturers, because they don't make healthy food seem all that exciting to buy and to share with your kids. Enough of that. How do you do a sweep of your current go-tos? Can uncover some useful insights, and not only for grocery shopping purposes, but also for moments when things get a little dicey. Let us explain. Maybe apples are one of your current favorites. Recognizing that you eat them because they're sweet, crunchy, portable, easy, full of filling, fiber, and maybe even on your zero food point list, may do two things. When hunger hits, you may make a beeline to a Granny Smith or a Gala apple because you understand why and how those types of snacks are good for you. But it also gives you a roadmap for finding new go-tos. So you can start with your apples, and you can think of what else is crunchy that you like to scoop or dip like a champ. Celery, like a lot of people dip celery into like hummus or yogurt, things like that. Or a banana isn't crunchy, but it's sweet, portable, and pairs well with peanut butter. No, not my book. But I know a lot of people like peanut butter and bananas, like a peanut butter and banana sandwich. I'll pass on that. Love peanut butter, love bananas, not together. And don't forget to pause and celebrate your healthy choices. That helps boost your confidence in maintaining them and continuing to make new ones. Remember, building new habits takes effort and doesn't happen overnight. You've worked hard to get where you are today. I have worked very hard to lose my weight. I'm working even harder to keep my weight off. It doesn't appear that way this week with a 5.6 gain. I spent the month of July with my family. If you watch my channel, you know my family is the most important thing other than my faith in my life. And I wanted to celebrate with them and have fun with them. And it's 1 month out of the year, and it's usually not even a whole month. Usually, this year was an exception. It's usually a week at the cottage, and then maybe a couple weeks later, a week in Minnesota. But this year, it was a long month of July, and I so enjoyed it. I didn't make the healthiest choices, but as far as being with my family, I think I made the smartest choice. I really did. And I will get that weight off. Now, granted, it took me 5 weeks to gain 5.6 pounds. It's probably going to take me a couple months to lose 5.6 pounds, but that's not going to stop me. I am determined to get that weight off. So, how did you guys do? I'm just wondering how you're liking the WW program. I am thinking, I'm like 99% sure that August is going to be my last month on WW. So you probably only get the meeting highlights for a couple more weeks. I'm switching over to my Fitness Pal. I don't find that the WW is working for me so much now, but since I paid for the membership for the month, I'm giving them one last try. They have 3 weeks to convince me that this is the program to stick with, and we will see. But I'm just curious what your thoughts are on the WW program, and what your plan is for the future. So, but if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Stay safe, be kind, stay healthy, and hopefully I see you here again next week, if not on my daily vlog. See you soon.